Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we have a lounge room deep clean and organize with me. It's definitely been a good few weeks since I've given the lounge room a deep clean, so there's just random stuff piled up. So we're going to jump in by starting with taking everything off this bookshelf and kind of clearing this area. That way I can get into a deeper clean and do the blinds and the floors and everything before I get back into the organising. These blinds haven't been deep cleaned in a little while, so there's a lot of dust that's accumulated on the blades. So I'm just going in with a vacuum just to try and pick up as much dust as I can, and always starting from the top and going down. That way they're less dusty and I'm able to use them more without sending dust around the room. Now that the blinds are done, I'm really going to focus on this little corner area as a starting point. I'm just vacuuming the bookshelf before I move on to moving it out of the way and vacuuming the floor and mopping, and then I will be able to set that all back up in a way that I really like it before moving on to the next area of the lounge room. Now, even though our baby's only 2 months old and she doesn't yet play with the toys, I still wanted to give them a bit of a wipe down before they got put back on the shelf. And then I'm going to organise all the books from this shelf and another shelf that we had to move to fit the rocker in the lounge room. And I'm just going to wipe them all down and then rearrange them in a way that I think looks really nice on the bookshelf. Now that I'm finally happy with the way the bookshelf's looking and the books organised, I'm moving on to the TV cabinet. This often gets forgotten about and collects dust, so I just like to take everything off every once in a while and give a really good deep clean, more than normal. I'm going to pull everything out of the shelves and just wipe them down and just make sure that all the cat hair and dust is gone before placing everything back. Because I'm deep cleaning and getting into spots that haven't been touched for a little while, I'm just making sure that I'm vacuuming and mopping as I go. That way no dust gets flipped back into any spots that I've already wiped down or cleaned. That way, just by the end result, everything's clean and as I've gone along. Now that I've finished the TV cabinet, I'm moving on into the little table that we have in here. I'm just making sure that I'm taking everything out, all the rubbish or anything that doesn't belong there, and put it away before I wipe it down and move it out of the way. So I can clean the floor that's got to become a dumping ground for blankets and pillows and wipes. And I'm just doing this as quick as possible while Bug's having a little nap there in the background. It's now later in the afternoon. Bob woke up from a nap, so I had to handle that, feed him, play with him and everything. And now that my partner's home from work, he's helping me by moving the couches around so that I can get a really good deep clean underneath them and of this rug while baby is chilling in the swing. Initially, my partner was coming to help me move the couches and we were going to do it together, but it doesn't really need to be a two-person job. They're pretty light, so he just did it for me, and everything's now getting put back. He's moving the couches back in place while I try and hold the rug down so it doesn't move too much before I get into the deep cleaning of the couches, because they accumulate a lot of dog hair underneath the cushions and some rubbish and stuff and crumbs especially. So I just make sure I pull all the cushions off before giving it a good vacuum and putting them back, and then vacuuming the top of the cushions as well. It is now even later in the afternoon and my partner's taking Bob, so I can just try and get the rest of the cleaning finished as quickly as possible. But so far so good. There's not too much left to do, thankfully, and it already looks and smells and feels so much better. Now, I am someone that loves plants, especially indoor plants, but I don't have many places to put them throughout the house. So this entryway shelf kind of collects all of my plants. So sometimes it gets a bit neglected in the sense of dust will catch in them or water will leak onto the top of the shelf, and it's just a collect-all place for dust and everything. So I just really wanted to give it a good deep clean by taking everything off of it, even all the Legos on the second shelf and the boots, and just make sure it gets a really good vacuum and wipe down. That way I can then rearrange them, put them in a new way, and then just make sure they're all healthy as well. I find it so satisfying watching all of the dust and everything being wiped off shelves and then seeing it on a cloth. Because sometimes you can't necessarily see all the dust and everything that accumulates, especially on darker surfaces. So I always find it so satisfying after doing such a big deep clean, seeing all the dust and everything that I've cleaned up. I also just wanted to get a more close-up view of me vacuuming the floor, because sometimes with the white tiles you can't see all the dust and everything that's just sitting on the floor, especially from a higher angle. So I really wanted to get close and watch all the dust and crumbs and dirt just get vacuumed up, and it's just so much more satisfying to watch. now I'm just on the final stages of putting everything back on the shelf. I took away some of the Legos that we weren't using, so now my partner's Star Wars Legos are on there. And then I'm just putting all of his boots back just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I definitely love the way I rearranged the pots to have the two hanging ones down each side, and now I'm all finished. So thank you so much for coming along with the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next week. Bye!